period. Women's doubles begins now. I mean, they simply look unfazed as they back off the kitchen line. Every contact just seems so easy on the side of the Utah Black Diamonds. A look at Allyce Jones, the 37-year-old.
1-0-2.
Playing alongside Genie Erokhina out of Southern California. Another reach-in Rohrabacher from the right.
So Erokhina wore the first one and then limboed the second one, and that's two quick ones for Brooklyn.
2-0-2.
Racher Rohrabacher, just 5'4", 27 years old, turned pro just 2 years ago. They're playing straight up right now.
One of the ladies on tour that's engaged as well, so we wish her well with that.
Was named the 2024 Most Improved Player, played for DC. Went 32-14 last year.
Second serve.
Yeah, it was her breakout campaign the year before when she was an unknown with Orlando, and she and Anna Bright just went on a rampage for that team.
Two 0-1. Second serve.
Trying to get this started a little bit on the side of the Utah Black Diamonds. You hear Tyler Loong throwing some encouragement into the mix. Connor Garnett, his partner. The defense just sends that a bit too long. Another for the Brooklyn Pickleball team.
Yeah, and when you pull the paddle down and it's going slow, you're always like, oh, please go deep, please go deep. Good decision from Rach.
Side out.
Utah Black Diamonds already playing in a match earlier today.
Yeah. 0-3-1.
Started at 8 a.m. out on our grandstand. They picked up a 3-1 win, so trying to find a second of the day. That was over the SoCal Hard Eights. Chopping that one down, a little side spin from Kawamoto.
And SoCal's back on grandstand and up 2 games, looking for their first win against the hometown Flames over there.
Oh, football. Right foot.
Big step from Genie Erokhina creates a foot fault on the kitchen line.
And Mark Thomas makes the call on his birthday authoritatively over there. Happy birthday, Mark.
The big 2-5, right?
I think he's 26 today, Cam.
I mean, Dave, when you have a team that's playing you straight up and you're constantly seeing a different opponent in front of you, what kind of challenges does that create on the side of the Utah Black Diamonds?
Well, you know where you want to put the ball individually against them, but then they moved on you, so you have to figure out, well, where is that spot? And that's why teams that are versatile and can play it equally well are so tough to beat.
Point.
And this is a very good women's team here in Rohrabacher and Kawamoto.
5-0-1. Second serve.
Strong attack. Genie up at the line. Utah's needing to make some moves. Desperately.
I love Allyce. Let's go, babe. She'll call everybody babe over there. I mean, just precision.
Right back to it. Score is 6-0, and it has been all the Brooklyn pickleball team to start this women's doubles matchup. Men's will be coming up next, and of course our duo of mixed matchups will then follow. You must win 3 of those 4 to pick up the match win. Tied at 2-2. You head to the Dream Breaker. And another.
Man.
I mean, that's just tough. That did clip the top of the net, so a little redirect there.
I mean, Genie's been under siege. I mean, tagged twice. Obviously, that one happens to the best of us in pickleball.
7-0-2.
Allyce get more aggressive.
Side out.
Time for Utah to go to work. We saw a couple runs in our last match here on championship court. 5 6-point runs. They are possible.
Second serve.
So Erokhina is frustrated that they've been playing defense the whole match, so she tries to take more court, and Jackie just smacks it right back where she came from.
0-7-2.
Plenty of real estate to work with on the last.
Side out.
And not enough there.
No, and Rachel said, in, just kidding. Nice partner communication.
That was about a 1.5 foot out.
Yeah.
Second serve.
Rohrabacher takes that off the bounce.
Yeah, just deep, but she definitely has that shot in her arsenal.
You mentioned it, Brooklyn pickleball team coming into this event. They were at the time just 1-3, or excuse me, 2-3 coming into the weekend. What a dig. And an angle you just can't recover from.
And Allyce screaming at Genie, go, I got my 2.
And then since then, Saturday was a bit tougher, 0-4 and 1-3.
Side out.
And that was against the Dallas Flash as well as the LA Mad Drop, so 2 losses. And again, they picked up the win this morning, getting right back on track against the SoCal Hard Eights. They were winless coming into Phoenix.
Point.
And I think we're seeing the tiers of teams here now, and everything you just described just is showing that very clearly. There's a bottom tier, a mid tier, and then a top undefeated tier, and then just below that. So you want to get into the top 10 as a goal, but there are buys and seeding that the top teams will be fighting for.
The lob stays good. The recovery, not so much.
I mean, Jackie's lobs are disgusting how good they are. And uses geometry there, so it goes cross court, gives you a little more room.
She's even more dialed. It's windier than it has been in the last 3 days.
Second serve.
We even had a little rainfall today.
Yeah.
Shockingly, in the desert.
Who knew?
Who knew?
8-1-2.
We are covered here in case that comes back. Grandstand is not, so that would be the concern.
Point.
But it is definitely windy. I'm taking a look at some of the tents adjacent to our championship court, and it's coming in.
9-1-2. Side out.
A side out, and even if the Utah Black Diamonds don't pick up this women's, you want to feel as if you're starting to build some momentum against this Brooklyn team. Even to get the fellas out there, give them a little something to go in terms of energy.
Yeah, and Rohrabacher has been on it with her offense here. She's looked to step in.
1-9-2.
Beautiful shot there.
Side out.
Another ugly possession for Utah.
But again, this is an important matchup. I mean, Utah, Brooklyn, they're kind of sitting at that same juncture in the standings.
Stop play.
I just don't think they're the same quality, though. So that's just where the points are now.
No,
but,
you're holding it here and dropping it.
And it's his birthday, Rachel, so don't mess with him over there. It was the drop of the toss of her serve.
Second serve. Nine, 1-2. Side out.
Nearly a dagger from Kawamoto.
1-9-1.
Genie and Allyce trying to figure out which side they're going to be playing here, even on serve.
And I think they're wrong right now. When they have won, Genie has been very aggressive on the left. I recognize it hasn't worked this weekend, but you're not putting your players in an optimal spot here.
His team has done pretty well from the men's duo this weekend, picking up some wins, as well as the Garnett and Jones combination of mixed.
Wow. Side out.
Beautiful shot. I mean, how tough is that to have to defend?
It's very tough, and it probably is going wide, but it's hard to get out of the way because she's sitting forehand so heavy.
Second serve. Nine, 1-2.
I mean, they put themselves in a great position, and then all of a sudden they're back on the defensive, sitting on their heels.
Ten, 1-2.
Game point here for Brooklyn.
Point game, 11-1.
And 11-1. Brooklyn pickleball team came out roaring. Playing against Connor Garnett, as well as Tyler Loong. So what's the strategy against these fellas from the Utah Black Diamonds?
You're going to see most of the returns go to Riley, so you don't deal with Dekel wrecking returns, big thirds at you, and you don't want Riley crashing.
Thank you. Two, 0-2.
I don't know if Mark needed a slice of cake for his birthday there for a minute.
Played him happy birthday in the in-between and acted like it wasn't for him. There's that two-handed backhand. Connor Garnett slides middle.
Yeah, so these two have played a ton together. They have the lefty-righty. They have played very well in some Carvana PPA Tour events.
Second serve.
That's cross-court and cross-body. Yeah. Another strike from Newman.
Yeah, Riley always gets a little more amped up. He moved back here to the desert, so he lives here. He likes to put on a show in front of his hometown crowd.
Newman turned pro back in 2018. Played tennis, actually, up in Pacific Northwest at Seattle University. And his partner, too, professional tennis for about 6 years.
Yes, Dekel is quite the tennis player till injury stopped him.
2-2-2.
And we are thrilled to have him here. Andy's healthy, and pickleball had some injuries over the past year.
Wow. Oh, what a shot. Dekel Bar protecting his face.
Yes. And firing off the bounce, both you expect it from
2-2-1.
Connor, but Tyler Loong has fired a couple.
A windshield wiper.
Second serve. Two, 2-2. Side out.
Tried to play the Newman there. Go with the lefty.
2-2-1.
I mean, the first dig was impressive. I don't know how you find the second.
Yeah, you don't when Tui Nation is flying right at you.
3-2-1.
Quick recoil there from Garnett.
Second serve.
And interestingly enough, too, Garnett decides instead to chop that ball across court. It's been known to drive that, especially within that baseline. And there's the changeup, this time into the net as well, but down the line.
2-3-1. Second serve.
Once they're at the line, they're looking pretty good on the side of the Utah Black Diamonds.
Yeah, sending it again.
Getting there.
2-3-2.
Nice cover.
And just catches the sideline. Wow.
I mean, Riley Newman with a triple scoop right there. Throw some sprinkles on that one.
Especially after the devastating ATP from Connor Garnett. That's the toughest one to save. And that serve, when you get it past the DoorDash sign, I appreciate helping out our sponsor, but that is not good.
But that one works with the forehand instead.
It's all right if you're going to miss your serve, rack a forehand and get on the board.
4-2-2.
4-2, Utah on top. Again, Brooklyn picking up the women's matchup, so they have 1 point in terms of the match score.
Yeah, Dekel Bar hasn't been sharp here, so let's see if he can get going.
2-4-1.
Big gust coming in. Imagine this feels a little bit more like a wind tunnel just in terms of the geography and how we're laid out.
2-4-2.
Wind coming through the roof over the top of us.
Side out.
Yeah, I've played on this court the last couple days, and that is exactly what you feel, and it is at the back of the Brooklyn fellas right now.
May not feel as much near that video board. There's Connor once more. Or maybe as you get closer to the kitchen line. Coming in through the corner.
Yep.
5-2. I will say, too, it feels like there could be more energy on the side of Utah with this 3-point lead. The fourth straight day of pickleball here in Mesa, Arizona. And right now, you're getting a chance to take a glimpse into the Utah Black Diamonds versus the Brooklyn Pickleball team. And we asked for some more energy, and that's exactly what we're seeing after this end change from the Brooklyn Pickleball team. And it's tough, too. Some of these teams having played late last night and then early turnarounds in the morning, Utah being one of them.
Again, Tyler Loong speeding it up off the bounce, and it's working after an absolute missile from Connor Garnett on the third there.
Oh. Connor's there. An early celebration point is continued. And Connor's going to want this.
Yes. Doesn't reach the level of Hinder. Doesn't reach the level. Side out.
Yeah, there was definite cheering on the Brooklyn side, and then the never give up speed of Connor Garnett was there with the he was there easily.
We're stuck in that I formation.
Second serve.
And I like it too. Utah understanding just kind of what juncture they're at instead of furthering the argument going, hey, we've got the lead right now. Let's just keep this momentum rolling.
Oh.
The indecision.
He was trying to trick him because the ATP is so good to bring it all the way back cross court. No doubles alley in pickleball, however.
3-7-2. Side out.
Very smart. Let Tyler Loong, who has the whippiest southpaw arm you'd ever see, finish that point off.
Yeah, there's just not really bone structure in there.
7-3-1.
Just a bunch of like ligaments and elasticity.
Second serve.
Second miss serve from Garnett.
Yeah, something that always reminds us of last year in Atlanta where he just lost a serve, had the yips, it was missing 7, 8, 9, 10 serves in MLP.
Side out.
Followed that one all the way to the line. Nice work from Newman, and Newman looks to his partner and says, hey, it's time to go. 3-7. They drop instead of drive. Beautifully done from Bar as he comes down to the net.
And then Newman has to reach all the way across his body to get that ball down on the ground and find it. That was nice.
Second serve.
This time they look for the drive. Second serve here, trailing by 3.
4-7-2. Side out.
He nearly whipped himself around.
Yes. SWAT team indeed. Yeah, your own momentum from just destroying the pickleball almost put him in the kitchen.
What do they call that? Centrifugal force?
Wow.
The whiff there.
Second
Tyler
serve.
apologizes. That one just came off the edge of his paddle.
Yeah, kind of took the winner for granted there.
7-4-2.
Oh, the wind grabbed it.
Side out.
Riley throws the fist pump to the crowd, trying to build that energy, that momentum. They're starting to
4-7-1.
close in. 4-7 ball on their side.
Second serve.
Off
This
the
is
bounce
new.
and right at Bar.
This is new over the last 6 months for Tyler, and it's been
4-7-2.
very effective here in Phoenix.
There it is from Bar. Gets Connor off the center and just pounces.
5-7-2.
And one more. Bar reaching in with the flick. Now they sit just one behind the Utah Black Diamonds. Make it an even score. 7-all. Dekel Bar with a clean winner.
Yeah, so Garnett's trying to protect his partner and cheat middle, and the huge serve set up the big blast from the big fella.
Switches on. Bar on the right.
Side out.
But damage has been done. 7-all. Ball now back to the Utah Black Diamonds. How do they respond?
7-7-1.
Connor kind of just sat middle and was opening up that two-handed backhand.
Thank you. 8-7-1. Second serve.
Connor kind of just lofted that serve into the corner.
8-7-2.
See if this return goes to Loong as well.
Connor, a little net love. Got him there. 9-7. Second serve.
9-7-2. Point.
Make it 3 and a game point for the Utah
Brooklyn,
Black Diamonds.
10-7-2.
You got to take a timeout here. And Brooklyn does just that. Now trailing. Man, they put in so much work, but I'm impressed with the Utah Black Diamonds staying steady right now.
Yeah, and they've upped the ante on the pace of these rallies. Don't let them strike first. We're going to strike first. And this has all been on the 2 because Connor just sort of hit a serve because he's missed a couple, and they've made it happen after the Loong third shot drive that was not good, and now
15 seconds.
Sitting on the precipice of tying this up.
Utah, no timeouts. Time in.
Game point,
10-7-2.
Utah. Connor Garnett. Oh, nearly with another highlight. He had one an evening ago,
yes,
but
he did.
That one I think would have been even better if he made it. What a crazy angle. Brooklyn earns the ball back. Fights off 1 game point.
Second serve.
Again, Loong sending it. And his win percentage on that has been perfection.
Beautifully played. Newman continuing to dink middle. Opens up the shot for Bar.
We will see a lot of that in the mixed match, him flying all over the place.
They look for the exact same play. That ball's left up. Another shot and target by Tyler Loong. Second opportunity to even the score here. Game point, numero dos.
10-8-1. Second serve.
They fight off the first. Game point remains for Utah.
10-8-2. Side out.
And it's side out. They needed a hold. They have now fought off 3 game points.
8-10-1.
Ball back to Brooklyn.
Is that a touch? Point.
Got a piece of Connor. Look out.
It is now 9-10.
9-10-1.
Still on the first serve. Great positioning for Brooklyn.
Second serve.
Newman had already started that backswing and forward, trying to catch that on Garnett. One more shot to even the score.
9-10-2.
And they do just that. 10-all. They trailed 2-6. And now we're knotted up at 10s.
10-10-2. Side out.
The great work thus far. Utah earns the ball back. They had 3 looks at a game point.
10-10-1.
Right now, they're going to have to work to 12. Must win by 2.
Point.
That's a speed up I feel like we really haven't seen from Bar. Some of those earlier ones, he was taken out of the air.
Yeah, that's his sneaky one where the ball's in between his feet and he fires it cross court.
Second serve.
That was the 4th game point. This will be the 5th. That serve out of bounds.
And that was by Loong, not Garnett.
Referee timeout. We have a challenge of the out call. After review, the call on the court stands. Ball is out. Utah loses 1 free challenge. You have 2 free challenges remaining. Brooklyn has 3 free challenges remaining. Resume play at 11-10-2.
And the 5th game point opportunity for the Utah Black Diamonds.
Time in.
Connor rolls his shoulders back as he gets ready for this serve. A little more pace on that one. And finally, the Utah Black Diamonds hang on by just a thread.
Game 3.
I mean, how could you not want one?
0-0-2.
As we get set, here goes Newman, Kawamoto, Jones, and Garnett.
Side out.
And it's Garnett coming across.
I like the counter from Allyce Jones, too, in the middle of that. A lot of pace on that to make sure they stayed ahead.
Point.
Kawamoto pulls that one across, just not able to clear body out of the way.
1-0-1. Second serve. One, 0-2. Side out.
Now it's time for Brooklyn to go to work.
0-1-1. Point.
And that is not the proper job site right there. 3 loose rallies in a row from Connor.
1-1-1. Point.
Cross court once more, and it's Kawamoto. I love that she has that about 70% shot. It's so calculated in terms of its location.
Second serve.
Every time I give somebody a compliment, I swear, it's a curse.
Just bring the note cards and send the apologies.
Oh, man, I always feel terrible. People are going to start asking me to stop talking about them.
Point.
And Connor Garnett's in a little funk here. Just interesting choice there.
3-1-2.
Jumping in front of Allyce, but not really a good spot to do anything.
Side out.
And that's where you hate to miss 2/3 when there's a player trying to figure it out on the other side. Make them hit a bunch of shots if you can.
Second serve.
Saw the wind just hold that up there, and Garnett's footwork was messed up on both of those.
1-3-2.
And Newman just unloads on this with a subtle stare down afterwards.
Yeah, take that to the player closest to you when you have a ball sitting up like that. That's a smart choice. Wow, and Riley Newman needs to send a thank you to Jackie Kawamoto because he left a dink high in the middle. And the elite hands of Jackie Kawamoto saved the day.
That one falls just inside. It was hard to tell off the expression.
Yeah, Riley felt he was in complete command of that rally, and he was. And then suddenly
4-1-2.
He watched it land and reluctantly put out the flat hand.
Point.
Another point. 5-1. Brooklyn felt like they have those strong mixed teams right now. That's proven to be true. I love it. Riley went to work, and then it's Jackie that goes, here, let me show you out.
Cold front here, 89.
Side out.
Storm's starting to come in.
Wind at the back of Brooklyn now.
Second serve.
And Garnett was very good in the men's match and now has lost
1-6-2.
his touch.
Allyce decides to leave this. Says a prayer as she watches it go to the baseline.
Where's those gusts? Okay, good, right there.
2-6-2.
20 miles an hour.
Connor, good read, comes all the way across to the right side.
We have two of the elite lobbers and the two ladies in this match. With the wind, that makes it a lot harder for Jackie with it at her back. We'll see if that happens anytime soon.
Point.
Another point for Utah. It's feeling oddly reminiscent of the men's matchup.
Yeah.
4-6-2.
And another ball. Utah, as Allyce goes full celebration.
Oh, yeah, touchdown. Positioning over there. Meanwhile, Utah just stood there, let the timeout run out, and said, let's play ball.
Side out.
That's the side out they needed. Just get the ball back and get back to work. Strong reach, Jackie Kawamoto.
7-5-1.
She's got a nice finishing touch. Two beautiful gets, Kawamoto. There it is. It gets back over. Some backspin. Riley had to beat that ball from getting back over the net.
Yeah, another perfect lob from Kawamoto.
8-5-1.
And Riley, it was an all. Absolutely.
Way to get in the win column.
Point.
Allyce gets backed off. I don't know if she was quite ready for that secondary contact.
It's so hard when the guy takes everything and at the last second says you, and you got to be fully ready.
Second serve.
Beautiful location.
Riley can't believe he didn't win that rally after he sped it up at
9-5-2.
Allyce. Well done.
How about a little Burt for you, Riley Newman.
Hometown God goes to Sesame Street. I love it. And he left early. I mean, he just sold his soul.
Side out.
Wow.
I mean, Riley gets a read so early. His paddle is just waiting there in anticipation and just can't quite get the timing.
5-10-1.
Yeah, took a big hack at that one.
So Utah fights off a game point.
Second serve.
I mean, the dig was good. The speed up, not what she was looking for. That was a beach ball sent up to Kawamoto.
5-10-2. Point.
They earn one here, 6-10.
Yeah, if you miss hit it at all on that
6-10-2.
side, the wind's just going to make you pay.
Side out. Ten, 6-1.
Second game point.
Second serve.
And Allyce goes right back to that cross-court speed up. She does it twice in that rally.
Yeah, and with that wind at Jackie's back, really tough to dial that in on the
10-6-2.
move.
Side out. 6-10-1.
Let's see how he's doing as this gets back underway. What is his mobility going to be like? He's limping even after this one. And reminder, they already had 3 looks at a game point. Is that correct?
Yes, that is correct.
6-10-2.
Right now.
Point.
Connor Garnett sneaks one to the backside.
Yeah, and Brooklyn needs to be careful
7-10-2.
here, in complete control. Now we have a wounded player, and
Side out.
Riley gives a little pump here. He goes, all we need is one. The 4th opportunity to close this out.
10-7-1. Second serve.
It would be the 5th opportunity. Again, match score tied up at 1 apiece. One of these
10-7-2.
two will go up 2-1. And it will be Brooklyn.
11-7 Brooklyn.
Riley with a deep sigh as they get the win and puts his team in a great position. Again, the Brooklyn pickleball team.
Game 4, time in.
So the ladies will play head-to-head with the lefty, Tyler Loong, out on the court.
Side out.
Tyler reaches across, and Genie with some audible emotion.
And
love it.
Sent it at Dekel Bar to start, too. Okay.
0-0-1. Second serve.
Yeah, and Tyler Loong just went, wow, that is a wall of wind coming at me. And it sure is.
So what side is tougher to play on right now?
I think it's harder to play. Like Dekel driving the ball is going to be really hard to keep that in on the far side.
1-0-2.
If you're on the near side, you can swing away a little more and then put those drops into that backboard that is the wind.
Dekel, just one shot after another.
Side out. Utah is challenging the in ruling. After review, the call on the court, the in ruling stands. Utah loses 1 free challenge. You have 1 remaining. Brooklyn, you have 3 free video challenges remaining. We'll resume play at side out 0-1-1.
So the call is
Time
in, and here we go.
0-1-1.
Brooklyn looking to get on the board.
Wow.
Point.
And that is just,
Out of the stadium.
You're just trying to do anything you can to get a paddle on that, though. I mean, it hits the net, comes all the way up to your shoulder. It was just caught like a sail.
Yes.
Oh, another big gust coming in right now. So in windy conditions, what do you have to keep in mind?
Feet. The ball is not going to be where you're used to it being off the paddle, so move those feet. Wow, we got backhands in the middle here.
Point.
And Erokhina frustrated visibly at her bench.
3-1-1. Second serve.
And it's Erokhina again. They end up working with the switch, and she just takes an early strike. Playing with that emotion.
3-1-2.
Working in her favor in that last rally. Oh, beautiful. From behind the back, Dekel Bar.
Oh, Dekel, you can't do that after you make the backside of the paddle save and then blast a two-y 10 feet deep.
And to be fair, great shot from Erokhina,
yes,
too. Recognition of Dekel coming across.
Second serve.
You can start to hear the wind on the mics.
Yep. I'll recall. 1-3-2. Side out. 3-1-1.
And Genie getting a little bit more love on that side.
3-1-2.
Wow.
And they're starting to get that much more aggressive. A little more confidence now on the side of the Utah Black Diamonds. Strike first mentality.
1-3-1. Point.
Genie speeding up from the midcourt.
She's just full send mode, is locked in on her paddle.
2-3-1.
The button is broken off.
another. Here comes the Utah Black Diamonds.
I'm not sure this is sustainable, but it's working right now.
These two are liking it.
Oh, yeah.
3-3-1.
Utah trying to send this to a dream breaker.
Second serve. Three-3-2.
Tyler Loong getting heckled by his own team on that last shot. And Dekel Bar, a little extra roar on this one, the setup and the finish.
And staying on the right side, and that worked out lovely.
3-3-1.
Man, am I impressed with Rohrabacher. She has been able to get the ball into a safe place with that big wind at her back. The energy's been very good. She's been really, really solid in this match.
Sometimes you almost kind of forget just because Dekel's moving so much, but Rohrabacher doing exactly what her job is.
Foot fault.
Foot fault on the side of Black Diamonds, but she's putting balls in play. She's dealing with that wind coming back across her, to your point. Playing her role beautifully here.
Are you going to challenge your call? Referee timeout. We have a challenge of the referee's fault call. After review, the call on the court stands. There was a foot fault. Utah loses 1 free challenge. You have no free challenges remaining. Brooklyn, you have 3 free challenges remaining. We'll resume play at 5-3-1.
I just love when they give me, just give me a little tone, because it's your call.
Time
in this case, Alan
5-3-1.
Romans. Just give me a little disappointed parent tone.
She took 2 swings of that ball.
After the other one that went out of the stadium off the tape. Well done, Genie.
How fast can you move?
Wow.
That's a few more times she's dinked up the line. This time, Rohrabacher quick step back and release up the line.
And she got nailed a couple of times in the women's match, and this is just spectacular.
Just 5 points away from securing a match victory over the Utah Black Diamonds.
Point.
Dekel jumps in front.
And Rohrabacher immediately has it dialed in to drop that right off the table. Oh, sneaky little serve, too. Watch this thing.
Watch out.
Point.
Back-to-back points after the change of end for Brooklyn. Have actually gone.
8-3-2.
They've come not going to the Dream Breaker. They've come in regulation time.
Point.
There was 3-1 over LA and 4-0 over SoCal, 4-0 over Atlanta. So they've taken care of business.
9-3-2.
Yeah, fortunate to not have to play against QD in the Mad Drops match. That's not their problem.
No foot fault on your takeoff. Side out.
Dekel has really toned down the gratuitous jumps, but this is outrageous here. I mean, what is going to happen after that? I wish we would have gotten to find out.
It's just one small step for Dekel Bar.
Point.
So let's see if they just send it now. It's going to be hard to keep it in.
4-9-1.
Goodbye.
Second serve.
Tyler was hoping that one would land. Tried to set up the lob from the baseline.
4-9-2.
Oh, no.
Just punishing and defense on the side of Brooklyn. Ducks out of the way, and Rohrabacher sends up the finger. Out of bounds. Let's take a look at that lefty save from Dekel Bar.
Dekel 9.
I love the
9.
Rohrabacher save before that, too.
9-4-1.
Gosh, a serve so tough it required a lunging save.
Point.
Match point for Brooklyn. Another big serve.
Point.
And the match belongs to Brooklyn.
Brooklyn Pickleball team.
They pick up the second mixed matchup, 11-4. Welcome back to Edward Jones, MLP Phoenix. The Brooklyn Pickleball team picks up the regulation win 3-1 and the 3 standings points as, hey, the wins keep on stacking on the side of Brooklyn. And joining us now are Jackie Kawamoto as well as Racher Rohrabacher. Congratulations to the both of you. And Jackie, I'll start with you. It has been a solid weekend by this team from top to bottom thus far. You've got another matchup coming, but from your perspective, what has stood out about this team's performance throughout Phoenix?
I think we're just, giving it our all every single match. I think we're really starting to gel now. This is our second event? Yeah. So Rachel and I are starting to click. Our mixed has been cruising, and I just think, the more reps we get, the better we're going to do.
Rachel, how do you get dialed in when the wind is coming? You're got it at your back, then you move to the other side, and you're dropping dimes all over the place here. How do you manage that so well?
Oh my gosh, thanks, Dave. It didn't feel like it. It takes like a little bit of an adjustment. Like I think this side was way tougher to drop on, and I think in women's we got caught a little bit, like because we were with it and we were really just trying to baby it. But we'd rather like hit it high and have them hit a winner than miss in the net. But yeah, it just takes like just some reminders. Dekel gave me some reminders in mixed, and just being aware of your surroundings.
Jackie, you've got Phoenix coming up next right here on championship court. What's important to keep in mind when facing off against the Phoenix Flames?
Obviously, Phoenix is the hometown team here. We just got to keep our energy high. Last match, keep energy high and play all 4 matches strong.
Awesome. Well, congratulations to the Brooklyn Pickleball team picking up one more win. They'll be right back here. You'll get a chance to catch these two ladies on that.